Blessed be this, the afternoon, day, eve, depending on where in the world you are. But now's may not the time for math, no. 'Tis time today afternoon to gild the tinder, lave the mosaics, festoon the buttresses, and do it with nary a glower nor grim. Nay, a grim shall naint be had. Lock up those grims in your sadness cameos you keep in the stuffy box, and fly out the curtains about this wondrous afternoon evening, whenever it airs in your time zone. You there, boy, what day is it? Just kidding, peasant, it's Coronation Day! Kings, glorificamus, et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis, am I right? Yeah, you know. Today we don our ostentations and flaunt to the gala rather than just get up and do shit. Today we dine in courses. Today we don't drink, we quaff. So raise your flutes to today, this Coronation Day, and toast in honor to the eidolon, beau ideal, and epitome of humanity, the Lord High Majesty unknown person who totally mowed a dick on the Royal Crescent. Okay, a couple of things. The coronation of which we are fancying up for is for the newly kinged Charles III, King of the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth realms, who became the king. Okay, all right. Who became the king when his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, left the throne and the planet on September 8th, 2022. And Charles, all right, calm down. She did die. And Charles was her heir apparent, which is the easiest heir to be, because you just have to be there, apparently. So it's not like he won the kingdom by being super charming or fighting a dragon or was chosen by a wizard because he proved he was valiant, held the door for a squirrel or whatever. No. It's just because he was born and survived until his mother died. And once she died, a holy honor was passed on. And by that, we mean the Ascension Council was summoned. And then they met and they were like, did the Queen's son survive? Yeah, cool. So we're done, right? Drinks? That's a bit early. Well, let's be naughty. We haven't hung out in a while. And a king is crowned at a coronation. And a coronation must commence or it's going to piss off the Church of England, and you know how they can get. So, even though he's already the king, they got to brush him with holy oil and saute him in robes, topping him with a 360-year-old crown while everyone swears allegiance to him. They're going to keep it to a tight 2 hours because Charles is the oldest person in history to be crowned a British monarch. And because it's 2023, it's the first coronation of a British monarch in the 21st century and the 40th to be held at Westminster Abbey since the coronation of William the Conqueror in 1066. So, it's a deal. You're going to have to wear a tie. Jen Fuss is going to be quiche after. And then, 11 a.m. Saturday, May 6, 2023, in what the security detail of over 29,000 Metro police officers dubbed Operation Golden Orb, the first coronation of a British king in over 70 years drops. But don't worry, they scaled the price down to over a couple £100 million of taxpayer funds to make it happen. And happen it did. And a party was thrown, and Lionel Richie and Katy Perry played, and God said it was good, because God was totally on the guest list, but had a little trouble getting in because God was briefly detained by security for looking a little too rugged. Now, 2 days earlier, however, 27 miles away, a party was being readied in honor of this historic, totally sensible use of public funds. The celebration of the 300th anniversary of the Georgian-era Grand Coronation Party at Royal Crescent in Bath. And it seems someone took up the heroic duty of the now hopefully totally annual tradition of mowing a giant dick on a lawn. First off, this is true. I snoped it. It's very real. You just have to Google it, and Google it you should because the pictures are heroic. The Royal Crescent is in fact not a style of pastry bedecked with sweet jellies. Nay, it is in fact a row of 30 terraced houses arranged in a crescent shape around a super luxe front lawn that is so posh It even has a small brick wall dug into the ground to separate the private part of the grass from the public part of the grass, and just to rub it in our working class faces. That wall is called a ha-ha. Anyway, whilst getting prepared for this most Michelin-starred of backyard barbecues, someone, whilst trimming the verge, elegantly mowed a huge boner into the grass. The anonymous terrace wang was discovered by residents in the morning, and so far no one knows who had the brass to carve a giant yard schlong into a UNESCO heritage site 2 days before a king crowning party was going to go down. According to the various and multiple news sources I read, because I had to make sure that someone for real sheared a giant peen into what has been described as the perfect lawn since the 18th century, quote, it is unclear if the authorities will get involved. Because how could they? Damage is done! Plus, they're doing security detail for the fucking coronation. No one's jumping the detail to investigate a phantom long cock. No way! Lionel Richie's there, man. Now, it is doubtful we will ever know what gallant and valiant lawn-mowing rogue had the stones to trim a spicy sausage into the terrace of Royal Crescent. Morning wood indeed. And it could not be a more perfect place and time to crop a Zeus into the lawn like a college freshman hazing for a frat. Because it doesn't get more stodgy and prim than a lawn party for the new king of Britain. Can you imagine the sheer core strength it would take to have to explain against your own pomposity to the directors at the Royal Crescent that there's a dick on the lawn? I don't know what the protocol for that would be, and no, I'm not looking it up. I don't care. I'm not a hobbit. I'm an American. Instead, I kind of want to imagine a maidservant running down the corridor, Bridgertonly yelling for the groundsman, and some sweaty guy in a tux named Heathridge is like, "What is the matter, Daphne?" And Daphne's all, "I'd rather not say." And then Heathridge is like, "Damn it, girl, we have much to do today. It's the coronation party, or haven't you heard?" And Daphne, who's Irish now, is like, "I'm sorry, sir. I saw something on the lawn that requires your attention." And Heathridge is like, "God damn it, the king is coming. We must stand at attention." And Daphne's all, "Oh, sir, I believe y'all, the lawn is already doing that." And then Heathridge doesn't get it, but we do. This party was so VIP, we didn't even send the president, no. We sent the fanciest named Biden member, Finnegan Biden, just so we would have some fleur-de-lis on the guest list. Now, why would somebody ranch a phallus into the landscape? Who knows? And we may know. But it should not surprise anyone that the act itself was mowed, because this is a deeply unpopular ceremony, costing the taxpayers over £100 million in an economic crisis. I'm just saying, it should be no surprise that somebody plowed a pickle on the lawn before a party to honor the kind of people who serve quiche during an egg crisis. It was circumcised, so yeah, at least they were being polite. And it is in that vein we stand erect, grasping the throbbing course of history. Gentles with genitals, today we may not honor an old tradition that's weird and wasteful, nay. Instead, today we honor the people, the staff and rod of the working public, that are going to have to figure out how to even out that dong-tainted pasture. A new tradition, a new legend. From now on, we shall tell the tale of how a secret cropper, serf, hired hand or planter, held aloft Sexcalibur for all to see how fucking ridiculous this whole thing is. So, raise your drinks, lads, lords, ladies, or however you identify, as we honor today not the king, but the king, who totally, on the eve of the first king crowned in the 21st century, drew a dick on the